Gianpaolo, I'm not sure what link that is, but yes, Sable got the right one there. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to just say hello and welcome to some of the people. So we got people on from Estonia, from Norway, from United States, from Switzerland. We got more Estonia, more Norway, more Estonia, and more Norway. And we got Sweden in the house. Superstars from Sweden have logged on here tonight. That's great. Hello, Svein, my friend. Oh my God, we had such a fun weekend with some cool people from around all the Scandinavian countries in Europe. And that was beautiful, beautiful time. So I think I'm going to just now ease down the tunes and I'm going to quiet it down. I know it's good to listen to some of the music and actually hear all of that going on. But anyways, I'm just here with you today. I'm going to welcome a few more people and then we're going to get started. So you have a few more minutes to actually get the people to come on. And I just want to say, welcome everybody. I know there are a lot of names already in the chat who we know, but we also have lots of names that we don't know. So welcome to all the newcomers. And I know that although we are very, very global, I mean, let's see if we have Argentina now dialing in and there are more people coming on. There is Sharon from South Africa. Hello, my friend. And we got Ukraine in the house. So it's beautiful, beautiful representation of the world. So you might be wondering what you are doing here tonight with all of us online. Your friend might have invited you here because they said they got something exciting they want to share with you. And that's really the reason that you are here today. So you are here because your friend has got something that's getting them super excited in this crazy time in the world. And they said, listen, what a better way to share that with you than to invite you to actually come on to this live presentation that's going to take your time for the next half an hour to 40 minutes, and we're going to reveal it all. So my name is Margit Margusson, and I'm going to tell you a few words about myself. So I'm originally from Estonia, and I've been living in UK now for the past 15 years. I decided to move here after my crazy, fun teenage years in Estonia when I was doing some music, some pop music. And then I said to myself, listen, I'm going to just go and explore the world. Ended up moving to UK, go and study business and management, get a job, get good position, get good grades, then get good job, get good salary. And that was my life. And I thought that was it, right? I got it all planned out. And then I gave birth to my babies. So I got twin girls who are 8 years old very soon. Next month, actually. And I said to myself, there must be more to life. And whenever you are seeking for something, then life has a funny way of actually guiding you towards those opportunities. So for me, what it actually meant was, hey, for me, it was just crazy. I said, oh, I want to do something different. I want to do something special. I always had a dream. I wanted to run an international business, but I didn't want to have the limitation of actually being in one place all the time. And then 5 years ago, something totally new came my way. So my friend sat me down in front of the computer, just like you are here today. And they said, hey, watch this. And I watched it. For the next half an hour, I watched something that totally changed my world, my life, because that led me down a new path that I never knew was there. For people like me, I didn't know opportunities like that existed. So that's what we are here to talk to you today about. And we have some cool slides that I'm going to actually share with you. So I'm just going to move myself away from the screen. And you can then see, hopefully, the slides. And the company who we are going to introduce to you today is called inCruises. Now, inCruises is a very special company today. It's in the travel space. They are really making waves. And I know, pun intended, inCruises making waves. They've been around for now nearly 5 years. They were launched in August 2015. And two guys who were behind this idea, Michael Hutchison and Frank Godina, had a big vision. So they said that, listen, this is something that we want to have for all the people to benefit from. So it wasn't the business that was set up with one goal in mind, that anybody who owns the company is making the most money and good benefit out of it. But it was one goal that they had. They said, we want to better people's lives all around the world. We want to give everybody equal opportunity to live a better life. So inCruises was formed, and I have to say, when you got people with vision, putting something together, and if they have a passion for it, then good things start to happen. So the company has been now around for nearly 5 years, and they are known as the world's first and only travel membership club that is focused on the cruise industry. So on this online platform, when you are a member, you can basically book cruises all around the world. There are 5,500 cruises to choose from, and you can book cruises with most major cruise lines. So anywhere in the world. And if you just look at these like selections, I mean, even the Carnivals, Royal Caribbeans, MSC, Disney, Norwegian. I mean, if you've ever been on a cruise, then these names, I'm sure, are ringing a bell. But there are so many more partners, cruise lines who we have on board that literally I was amazed. When I saw the selection of cruises that you can actually go to, I was blown away. There is so much choice that if I want, I can keep on cruising for the rest of my life, probably never go into that like same cruise ever again. So the cool thing is that if you've never been on a cruise, then inCruises can actually better your life in a couple of ways. They can, first of all, help you to travel for less. They can also help you to travel for free. And for those of you who have this vision for their life that they want to do something different, maybe you want to earn an extra income, then there is an opportunity for you also to get paid to travel. Now, what are your dream destinations? I know that people these days, they really believe that, the world has become such a small place, right? We are so well connected, and we think that everything is possible. We can go anywhere our heart desires. We just need to make a plan, and we need to have enough time and resources to go there. So really, our mind is our limitation. And for me, I was a regular girl who always traveled everywhere, by land, by plane, and I was always thinking like, oh my God, like I was thinking I want to do a Caribbean cruise, but I somehow never did it. I don't know. I just never went and booked it because it wasn't kind of my style. But then something happened, and we actually won a free cruise to Bora Bora and Tahiti and Papiti and Moorea and all those beautiful islands. So me and my boyfriend Radar, we went on that cruise, and that totally changed my mindset about what cruising really means or what it really is. Because when I was on regular holidays, when I was staying in hotels and flying the planes from one country to another, or even from one city to another, I took a bus or took a train or whatever, then I always had to like pack and change location, go from one hotel to another hotel. So what happened to me was that I suddenly felt that, oh my God, cruise ship was my hotel. I never had to pack, yet I got to go and visit different locations. Because every morning when I opened my eyes, I was in a new place, new beautiful view. And in the evenings as well, you don't take the view from land to the sea, but you took a view from sea to the land. So you always had this beautiful 360 view of all the sunsets or whatever you wanted to see. And that's when I fell in love with cruising. Now, if you look at this ship here, I mean, this is the biggest cruise ship in the world. It's called Symphony of the Seas by Royal Caribbean. And on board of that ship, you have 6,600 people who are traveling on board of that ship, right? So there are like 2,200 crew members who take care of everybody's needs, and there is so much to do. So if people really think that is cruising their way, is that kind of something that they would like to do, then I would say, why not? Like most hotels don't give you that much entertainment as these cruise ships these days. And the food on board is amazing. I mean, most of that is included, but you also got super special restaurants where you can go and have super, super high-end experience for paying like a bit extra. But you don't need that because there is so much good food available. There is so much good entertainment available. I mean, you got the climbing walls, zip lines, you can go and surf, you can go and dance, casinos, concerts, cinemas, theaters, all sorts of shows. You can do so many things on board of that ship. So that's why really cruising vacation is much cheaper when compared to a similar land vacation, right? So if you think that you would visit like 3 countries and 5 cities in a matter of days, then you can just compare that to the cost of a cruise, and you normally get a better deal if you do the same trajectory on the cruise. So how does inCruises really help people to cruise for less? Let's start with that. So they have an innovative membership that empowers people to save money for the next cruise vacation. So it's the future cruise vacations that you start saving for. And the saving happens through this online platform. So you pay $100 USD like into it every single month. And every single month you do that, the company doubles that. So you're going to have 200 cruise dollars coming onto your account every single month, half of which you have contributed and half of which the company has given you. Now, if you think about it, these cruise dollars, they don't have best before date. So basically, they are good to go for as long as you want to save them. So if some people say like, hey, we can't even travel the world at the moment, you know, all the cruise lines were stopped. I mean, a lot of planes didn't even fly and so on. No problem. Because do you really start to save for your retirement when you retire? Or is it smart to start doing that before you retire? And the sooner the better, right? Because we know what happens. If you start sooner, then you're just going to have more money to spend in the future. Same with any kind of saving. They say if you start early, you're just going to be able to spend so much more. So it's a great model that even before this pandemic happened was always in place for people to have a long-term vision. It's not really a platform for people who say, I want to come and be a member today, cruise tomorrow, and then maybe that's it. I just want to take a cruise and do it quickly. Then that's not going to be for you. But if you want to make cruising a lifestyle, or you have a dream that you want to go on a vacation, on a cruise vacation that's going to cost you a lot of money and you're not quite sure how to achieve it, then this model is going to help you to achieve that. Now, if you look at our platform, you're going to see the 5,500 cruises. Wonderful. You can go anywhere in the world. Our price is actually on par with publicly offered prices because we have excellent partnerships with all these cruise lines. Why, you might think? Well, inCruises has been in business for nearly 5 years now. They have over 200,000 members globally in 178 countries. And if you think about it really, then all that cruise lines want is that partnership with us to help them to fill their cruise ships. So that's why our pricing, when you come and book as a member, you can see that the cruise line has a certain price and we're going to have the same price. But for you as a member, just because of these cruise dollar program that we have that we call 2-for-1 cruise dollars, your pricing is going to be always even better. Now, the next cool thing, and I mean, that's the coolest thing, I'm sure, especially in America, insurance is a big thing. You got insurance on your house, your wife, your life, your kids, your valuables, anything, right? And same thing with inCruises membership. So they say, hey, just to give you a peace of mind, all of your recurring monthly payments that you save as a cruise club member, so the $100 that you pay in as a recurring payment every single month, in case you haven't been on a cruise and something should happen with inCruises, then that $100 payment that you have made will be protected. And that means that if inCruises goes out of business, you would get your payments back. That means that literally is like risk mitigation at its best, right? So, I mean, what can be even better than that? Well, inCruises has said, the longer you are going to remain a member, the better value you're going to get out of it. And that's kind of what I mentioned earlier. So already from the first month, you actually have the opportunity to have better pricing on your cruise travel. However, the more or the longer you remain a member, the more savings you're going to get. And how would that work out is exactly like this little illustration shows here. So the company has said that, hey, we're just going to say that on first year, you can use up to 60% of your available cruise dollar balance. That means all the cruise dollars that you have actually paid in, like the $100 you have paid in yourself and $100 that the company has given you. So that's $200 in total every month. Well, you can use 60% of that $200 balance. So let's say your first month a member. You have 200 cruise dollars on your account. Well, 60% out of that 200 is $120. Now, remember, you just paid in your first monthly payment of $100. But if you were to go and book a cruise on your first membership month, then you can use $120, which is 20% more money than you just paid in. And you might say, okay, and what happens to the other 80 that are going to remain on your account that inCruises has gifted to you? Well, that $80 is going to remain on your account because the next membership year, you can already use up to 70% of your available cruise dollar balance, which means that every $100 that you have saved will give you $140 value at the time of booking. And the following year, every $100 that you have saved gives you $160 value, and so on until you reach the 5th year, which means that basically from your 49th membership month, you will be actually using up $200. Every $100 that you have saved will give you $200 value at the time of booking. That means you are actually getting all of your cruise vacations at half price. Now, I mean, how good is that? If not, that's enough that already from the first month you're going to get better pricing. But if you are a member, if you are a loyal member, then this is your reward. And that's really, really cool. And the other thing is that whatever balance you have actually available on your cruise dollar account, so even that first month, let's say you have 120 cruise dollars available, well, the cool thing is that you can actually use that full balance of $120 to pay any cruise. Let's say you book a cruise from Miami and then that cruise costs $120. Well, guess what? You just pay the full balance of that cruise with your cruise dollars. As long as you have enough money on your cruise dollar account, this is your only payment method that you need to use. If the cruise costs more money than what you have available on your account, you can always pay extra with credit or debit card, no problem. But the cool thing is that you are able to save towards your future vacations, and that every time you know exactly what you got on your account to spend. Now, what could be better than cruising for less? And this is an exciting part, and that sometimes this is our biggest problem in our company, actually. People say that, listen, cruising for free sounds too good to be true. And this is like the biggest thing that people say, like, this deal sounds too good to be true. But I say just one thing to you. What if it is true? I mean, wouldn't you be willing to see where that could take you? So how do you get to cruise for free? Well, inCruises uses word of mouth advertising. This is the most popular form of advertising. This is the most powerful form of advertising these days, because people don't watch the adverts from TV and radio and so on that much anymore. But when you sit down with a friend and they tell you about an exciting thing, be it the movie, be it the service, be it a membership, you know, you listen. You are more likely to listen because it's coming from somebody that you trust and know. Well, your friend has invited you here today, so I would just suggest to take it all in and see what sort of it brings up for you. So inCruises, as said, because we use word of mouth advertising, then if you refer 5 members, only 5 members who will become active members within our community, then you become a membership-free person yourself. What does that mean? That means that every month you don't save the $100 onto your account anymore, but the company gives you 200 cruise dollars month after month that you can use towards your cruise travel. So think about it. Let's say you've been a free member for an entire year. So in 12 months, you would have got $2,400 as a gift from the company. And that would mean that, hey, you can use 100% of that money every single year or every other year or every third year. Whenever you want to go on a cruise, you can use 100% of that balance towards a free cruise. I mean, some people go and get an extra job to earn that kind of money to actually go on vacation all around the world, right? But here, by referring 5 members, you will have that kind of benefit available to you. And I know it's all good and well said that I talk about it, but I want to really bring on 2 special people. One from Sweden, one from Norway, both, super, super cool people. And the first one is called Magnus. He's a good friend of mine, and we've been just hanging around this weekend in a beautiful, beautiful manor house in Scandinavia. And I just want Magnus to come online and just tell us his story of how he became membership free. So Magnus, I'm going to try and open your camera. Let's see if you are there. And let's see if Magnus, there he comes. Hello, Magnus. Good to see you.
Hi.
It seems like only yesterday that we were together.
Yeah.
Well, we were. So cool, Magnus. So please do share your story with us, Magnus, who you are, what you do normally, and what's your background, and how you became membership free.
Yeah, thank you for having me. My name is Magnus Peterson. I live in Sweden in a small town called Lidköping. I've been a member since the end of March, and by a month approximately, I was membership free, or as we like to call it, free cruisers.
Yes.
So we paid $100, and now we have $1,000 in our account. And next week it will be $1,200 to cruise for.
Excellent.
So yeah, it's perfect.
It's perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
But what did you used to do, Magnus, before? Because I think that's quite interesting thing for people to know.
Sure. I used to work for the largest commercial broadcasting company in Sweden called TV4. And I worked there for 18 years. Among others, I was a sales manager for the company. And I know how large amounts of money they use to advertise for the business, and that I mean the travel companies. So I really know how much money they put into it to try to be close to all the travelers. The problem is that it's always a point to book a travel, so they can't do pauses, and that's a problem for them. And so it's more sufficient for them to use inCruises than paying a lot of money for just misses. So
that's right.
And we thought we were very, very good to hit the right people. We did measures and we missed a lot. I can tell you.
Okay. So you say that inCruises model really, you've seen this basically from inside out, and you understand totally. Some people say, how can the company afford to cruise for free? Like, let people cruise for free, but they just take that money that others use for advertising and they pay it out to the people who advertise.
Yeah, I'm sure if companies like hotels.com and Booking and so on can get kickbacks that are huge, then I understand that if inCruises delivers first-time cruisers to the companies, they are willing to pay a lot of money for that.
They are well rewarded, yeah. So it's a great partnership, isn't it?
Sure, it's a win-win concept for all of us.
That's great, Magnus. Yeah. Well, I know your future is really bright with the company, and I mean, it's such a pleasure to have you on board with your expertise and with your lovely wife, Helene. I mean, I just love these two, and thank you, Magnus, for taking the time to be here today. And we'll speak soon and see you soon. So thank you for sharing your story, Magnus.
Bye.
Right, so that was Magnus. I mean, how fantastic it is to actually hear from experts in the field that what has been happening. But I mean, we got another guy here, totally like cool and really hot right now, is Lars Fredrico from Norway. And I mean, he's got some amazing story as well. So Lars, if you are there, come on the screen, come and share your story. Hello, good to see you, my friend.
Happy birthday, Margaret.
Oh, thank you so much. Pleasure. So Lars, please tell us, I know that you actually came into inCruises and you started saving first and you didn't like really share it with other people. But then when you did, tell us what happened and how did that story go?
Hello, my name is Lars Fredrik. My nickname is Fredrico. I live in Arendal in the south of Norway. I work as a firefighter. I started in inCruises in May. When Svein mailed me, he said, I look like Robbie Williams. I don't sure about that. So,
you do.
I didn't start work until July, when Babek kicked my ass. It then took me 2 weeks to become member free.
Oh.
After that, I have been working every day. My dear Lisa has done a good job with the family tuition on board, who have done great job. So it's amazing.
That's awesome.
And Svein and Barbek is amazing. They help us and work every day very hard. So thank them for a great job. Great.
Well, I know that, the story that you just told is actually pretty amazing if you think about it, that you started in May and yet you started saving, right? You didn't really do much because there was a good thing, but you didn't share it with your friends. And yet when you did, it only took you 14 days because you just dedicated yourself, you put your mind to it, and this is what you achieved, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go hard.
And now I'm just going to ask you one thing, Lars, because there is a second part of this presentation that I'm going to go into, and people don't know about it yet. But if you paid attention, then at the beginning, I said that for those people with the bigger vision, with appreciation for the type of product, the membership that we have here, they are also helping others to achieve the same results. They are helping people to actually become membership free, and they are helping people to create additional income. And that's something like, I know that Lars, I mean, I'm going to call you Frederico. I know that we are, I know Lars is your real
It's very international name.
Yes. So Frederico, I know that you have actually achieved something just recently where you've achieved a passive income stream aside of your job. So you are actually fireman, working every day as a fireman, and now you have a side income from this business.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes.
It's amazing. So I hope inCruises can in the future be my full-time job, so I can trip around the world. I like to see the world, so inCruises is perfect for me.
I think you deserve it, Frederico. I think you've been putting your life in, out there for everybody, going to the rescue like firemen do. So you deserve it. You know, it's your time to enjoy life. And thank you for being with us, and thank you for sharing your amazing story. You are amazing, Frederico, and we wish you the best of luck. And I'm sure we're going to hear more of you. We might even bring you back next week, you know.
Yeah, you
so
too.
Thank you so much. Yes,
thank you.
Say hi to Lisa.
Happy birthday again.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So, I mean, what two amazing stories, absolutely amazing, guys. We're getting great results. And what I have to say is this opportunity here that inCruises has put out, I mean, this is something that everybody should really consider. If you're looking for an extra income, if you are thinking of something fun to do, I mean, you can see how passionate everybody is who is on the screen talking about inCruises. Why? Because we got great people who have seen the vision and who say exactly like Frederico said, I want to go and see the world. And I hope that this could replace my full-time income from a job that I've been doing for most of my life. And what inCruises does, exactly like Magnus gave you this example and said, hey, cruise lines spend a lot of money on advertising. It's actually between 300 to 500 millions every single year that the largest cruise corporations spend on advertising. That's a lot of money. So exactly because of those partnerships, we don't use any advertising online. We don't put adverts out. We don't have adverts in TV, in radio, in newspapers. We have word of mouth advertising, and we are well compensated for it. So if you are willing to go and share inCruises membership with your friends, with people who you know, then you also have the opportunity to actually earn real income from it. So every recommendation for partner member on monthly basis, you can get paid from $50 to $150. So let's say that in 1 month, you would decide that, hey, I'm going to just refer 5 people. Then you would earn $350 in direct bonuses. Now, these bonuses, they get paid out to you in 24 hours. So literally, let's say you share it with someone, they become a partner member, you get paid $50 because that's your first person in the month. Then the next person within the same calendar month, it's $60, then it's $70, and so on. There is no limit. You can invite as little or as much as you like, and you get compensated exactly based on your results. So this is where the story began. This is where the story began for Lars, Frederico, myself. You know, this is the path that we took. But where it really leads is something more of a leadership. It's like a passive income. And the cool thing is that people who are dedicated to this and say, hey, we're going to create a lot of members for the company, then you can see that there are 7 different ranks. And that means that just by referring 30 members, you can start earning up to $600 extra income every single month. Now, this is not 30 members per month that you need to put in. This is 30 members in your lifetime, right? And if there are 30 active members each month, then you can earn up to $600 extra income. That's over $7,000 every single month or single year. And if you think about it, $7,000, if your boss would say, I'll give you $7,000 pay rise, wouldn't you take it? And if they would say, like, you would need to work 2 extra hours per day for it, but then you get extra $7,000, like, a lot of people would take it. But you can set your own hours. You can set your own goals. You can choose how quick or how far you even go. It is not a requirement for everybody to go all the way. People are not all made the same way. So for some, 30 people might seem like nothing. For others, that's the absolute max. But you can see that there is a path for you, whatever you choose. We have the tools, we have the leadership that would help you to launch your business within this field and help you to get that number of people. So you could hear that there was, Frederico was saying, Sven and Babak are great because they're a team, they're helping each other. And they are spreading the word together, and they are working together, and we are all working together, and that's what's going to make you help succeed in this business too. Now, the cool thing is that there are also different ways to get paid. So whatever your way, you will find a way. There are like inCruises bank card that you can have, and every commission and bonus that comes onto the platform, you can just transfer it out from that account directly to your bank account, or maybe you can use the inCruises bank card if you like, that is issued by Pioneer or some other platform. So it's super, super easy to actually get access to all the bonuses that you would earn. Now, for those who are ready to actually hit the ground running and make some great results, there are also different kind of bonuses available. There's $250 cruise dollars available for everyone who adds 5 partner members in a calendar month. So every time you do that, you get $250 cruise dollars. Now, maybe you want to do that every single month. That's a great addition to the cruise dollar pile, right? Helps you cruise more and into more, I don't know, luxurious cabins and so on. So there is a lot to spend it on. But for those people who say, hey, I just want to share it with more and more people, you can actually reach the Fast Start Award of $3,000 by just adding 30 partner members in less than 90 days, becoming a marketing director, and then this additional award is available for you on top of the other bonuses, you know, that we mentioned, like the direct bonuses and so on. Now, this is pretty cool thing. But for those people who also likes to get like some bling bling, of course, there are some blingers available for you, Rolex watches, incentive trips. I mean, it's a healthy competition. And of course, any type of reward makes always people to have this a little, you know, competition going on, and it's a lot of fun. And it's not a question of whether you could do it, it's whether you really want to do it. Now, the cool thing about cruise industry is that even Richard Branson has entered the cruise market this year. 2020 was the year when Virgin Voyage Cruise Lines, opened its doors. And Richard Branson is one of the most successful business guys in the world. And he has said, listen, cruising is the hot market right now. It is the biggest trend within the travel industry because there are millions of people becoming cruisers every single year. And there are 50 new ships being built in the next 10 years. So, you know, if you're thinking of a business, if you're thinking of a place to start, this is something that, you know, that can put a smile on your face, but also on a lot of other people's faces. And you can help them to make their dreams a reality. And hey, if you decide, I want to get started, I mean, there is this money back guarantee thing. 14-day money back guarantee, but normally people don't really use it because why should you? You can understand that the membership keeps on giving the value to you, and if you decide to get started as a member, you just start it with $100, you pay that in, you get 200 cruise dollars onto your account, same procedure every month, you save for as long as you want, these cruise dollars never expire, and you also have the TMT insurance on any like recurring monthly membership payment option. So this is how the membership model works. But then if you say, hey, I want to share it with my friends and I want them to be able to take part of this same opportunity, well, then you become a partner of inCruises. For $195, you can just start your own business and you get a lot of tools and materials that help you to make your business better. So if you say, hey, these options, absolutely. I will take membership. I will take the partnership. I want to do it all for $295. You will have your cruise dollar account with $200 available straight away, and you will have your partner account also. Now, this partner account gives you access to an amazing website that today is already translated into 17 different languages. There are so many cool tools available. You have email marketing systems, you have video trainings, you have like live trainings, you have also some mobile applications, Facebook marketing tools. And this is all done so professionally that if you think about setting up your own business these days, I mean, it's a huge investment that you normally need to make. Let not even go even into the into the fact that if you need to have a legal advice or you need to have accounting team who just check your business and so on, I mean, you have all that kind of things and expertise available here on the platform from inCruises, and you just pay $195 for 1 year to become a partner, pardon me. And I have some Estonian words in my head because I was just doing an Estonian broadcast earlier on. So anyways, for $195, you can get started with your own business. Now, what do you get for starting with inCruises business? Well, if you refer 5 partner members to the team, then you're actually going to become membership free as a result of it. So that means $2,400 every year to cruise for free and you're going to earn $350. So if you think that it takes $295 to get started and you can earn $350 back to actually become like membership free on top of that, I mean, wow, what value does that have? So this is really what you got to think about. Well, why not just do that step and give myself this extra boost of being able to cruise when all this craziness in the world is over? I can actually go and take a free cruise. I mean, this is really worth it. But for those of you who were interested and said, hey, 30 members, no problem. I know a lot of people who would appreciate this kind of product. Well, this is where you can get to. You can go and choose any level you like, but I want to recognize a couple of people who have actually been with the company for several years now. I mean, it takes a little bit of time to actually build a successful business, but it's well worth it because today there are 12 people from 9 different countries who have actually hit the top rank in the company, meaning that they have built the teams of more than 5,500 members and they get paid over $100,000 every year, every month for that. So that's over $1 million a year. Now, isn't that like a dream business, right? These are the people. I mean, there are 12 people from all around different places in the world. There are females, there are males, they are younger, they are older, you know, they have previous experience in this field and the others didn't. I mean, if you ever think about being at the right place at the right time, well, why not this opportunity? Why not now? I mean, Richard Branson says that if you're not sure, if somebody offers you an opportunity and you kind of feel that it seems great, then say yes and figure out later how you would do it, right? Because, you know, I love the story that Abel tells sometimes. I think it was Abel anyway. Last week I heard it and he said, listen, a guy was always saying that, hey, I just want to win a lottery. God, please let me win a lottery. God, please let me win a lottery. And he was praying all his life and he actually never won. So when he went to heaven, he said to God, listen, God, why didn't you give me the lottery win? And God said, listen, you just at least could have gone and bought the ticket. Right? So this is like the story of so many people's lives. They are praying for an opportunity, but what if this is it? This is it. So you just got to act on it, because those people who normally take a lot of time to think, nothing really changes in their life. Nothing much changes, if anything ever. So if you feel that this is something for you, I mean, the people who have invited you here today, they are going to get in contact with you. They are going to ask you, what did you like best? Did you like the travel part? Did you like the business part? Or do you want to travel for free? And you can figure out the plan together, how to get you started. It's easy. You can register on the platform with just 5 minutes. You're going to have your own account. You're going to have $200 cruise on your account, and you can start inviting your friends to come and see our next business presentation just the way you did today. So wherever you are in the world, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you staying with us for this whole duration. And I wish you beautiful Monday, beautiful rest of the day. And I hope to see you on the cruise ships and the beaches of the world. So ship ahoy.